In this video, I'll provide 4 reasons why some budgets don't work, and I'll provide tips for each reason so that your budget does work. You just gotta get started. Welcome to my channel. I'm Harlan D. White, where we're focused on eliminating debt and minimizing the if only regrets with money. On my channel, I'm currently documenting my journey of eliminating almost $50,000 in debt. And so my goal is to inspire, educate, and encourage others on their debt-free journeys as well. So every week I'll be putting out content around a variety of personal finance topics that I'm either implementing or learning along the way. If that's of interest, go ahead and hit that subscribe and notifications bell. Now, I consider budgeting to be foundational to healthy personal finances and thus also foundational to getting out of debt. These 4 reasons why some budgets don't work come from the book Dave Ramsey's Complete Guide to Money. So let's jump into it. Reason 1, we leave things out. So, for example, let's say that you made the best zero-based budget ever at the beginning of the month, meaning that you told each and every single dollar where it was going to be spent before you actually spent any of those dollars. However, as you're going along through the month, you get towards the end of the month and realize that your car insurance is expiring and you need to pay for a new premium. However, it was not a part of your budget. In this type of situation, the best budget in the world can't help you because your budget can't read your mind. To help alleviate this issue of leaving things out of your budget, I have 2 primary tips. Number 1 is to keep a extensive list of budget categories that you can review each and every time that you budget. And as you come up with new categories, add it to that list. The second thing would be to take a holistic view of the month that you're looking to budget for and go week by week to see if there's any events or activities that you may need to budget for that are specific to this particular month. Both of these techniques are basically to get you to jog your memory in terms of what possibly needs to be budgeted for. Reason 2, we overcomplicate our plan. It's important to have a budgeting system that works for you, but it's recommended that you don't go overboard on the details. The rationale behind this is that the simpler you can keep your system, the more likely you are to stick with it. So I know early on, one of my things was grocery shopping. I wanted to track things all the way down to the individual item. Like if I got hot dog, broccoli, I wanted to put in the cost for each item that I got from the store. And as a result, it was very hard to keep up with. And eventually it made me not want to input anything. And so I got to the point where today all I do is have a grocery category. And for me, that actually works. The tip to prevent overcomplicating your plan comes from Dave Ramsey. Keep it simple. Those who win with money over the long term do so by doing the same few simple things over and over again. It all starts with a budget that is easy to write out, understand, and live on. Reason 3, we don't actually do it. Quite plainly, if you don't do a budget, it won't work. And this really comes into play when we fail to prioritize budgeting. So we have the best intentions in the world, and we say, next month, I'm going to put together a budget. All of a sudden, your schedule gets hectic. The next month comes, and you didn't put together the budget. And so, what do you tell yourself? Well, next month, I'll put together the budget. So, the tip for this and how to prevent not doing a budget comes again from Dave Ramsey. Remember, your goal is to write out the budget on paper on purpose before the month begins every month. And personally, I like to do it every month and each time I get paid. Budgets do work, but you have to do the budget so that it can work for you, which leads to reason 4. But before reason 4, if you're getting any value out of this video, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe as it helps out my channel tremendously. Reason 4, we don't actually live on it. We can have the best budget in the world, but if we don't implement it, it is useless. What I would do was essentially write out the budget and not look at it for the rest of the month. So let's say I budgeted $50 to go play golf. Well, I go and play golf for $50 and then someone says, hey, do you want to go play another round of golf? I just go play that round of golf, not even looking to see what my budget said or even caring what my budget said. So sticking to your budget is very important. Dave Ramsey says, remember, we're dealing with behavior change and not math skills. It's not a mathematical equation that we're trying to figure out here. It's not whether or not all of your budgeted items minus your income equals 0. It's about changing your behavior and improving your habits around budgeting. So it's going to take discipline and it's going to take at least a 3-month commitment because that's typically what it takes for people to start getting the hang of budgeting. And through repetition and over time, you'll start to figure out your own ways to budget that are going to help you to stick with it and actually enjoy it. So those are 4 reasons why some budgets don't work, along with tips for each reason so that your budget does work. But before we go, quick debt-free journey update. Since my last video, I've made payments on my 401k loans and my federal taxes, and as a result, I've reduced my debt by another $868. So that brings my total debt reduced since May of 2020 to $22,172, leaving a remaining debt of $27,497. So I'm definitely happy about my progress so far and will continue to chip away at the debt. Until next time.